We are so thankful to be here today. Today's a very special day for me. Let me tell you why. Paul didn't even realize it. He mentioned 7 years. Actually, it is today. Today is the 7th year anniversary of my champions group. We meet every Thursday, 6:15, Plant City IHOP. Today we had our 7th anniversary today. And I didn't tell the guys. I forgot to even tell them. And so we are very, very excited. We'll talk about that in a little while. I had some messy work to do last night when I got home from church, and so I went into my bathroom. That's right. I have my bathroom, and she has her bathroom. If you can do that in your house, I would advise you to do that, okay? Because I've learned after 34 years of marriage, I can be right or I can be happy, okay? So I just choose to be happy. So I went into my bathroom, took off my watch, took off my wedding ring, and I was doing some messy work in the garage. I'm driving over here this morning, and my hand's on the steering wheel, and I realized I forgot to put my wedding band on. So I'm looking at that white band on my finger, and so you can tell, not like they're standing in line for me or anything, because they're not. You can tell I've been married for a long time. It left a mark on me, left a mark on my finger, and I thought, wow, that's pretty strong. Then I thought about my group. My group has left a mark on me in 7 years. It has made me a different person, a different man, a different father, a different husband, a different papa to my grandson, and ultimately that makes me a better pastor. Now listen, pastors, pastor is easy when you get the man right. It's being the husband and the father that's tough. Being the papa, that's the hard part. Pastoring is easy. You can preach the sermons and exercise the sermons, the scriptures, and you can do all that stuff. It's home where it gets tough, isn't it? Living out our faith at home as a husband, as a father, as a papa. The little girl goes to her mom and says, "Mom, can you tell me what grace is?" She said, "Honey, go ask your dad. He's the pastor." She said, I don't want to know that much about it. Okay? That's pastoring right there. We sometimes tell them too much. We can't take our pastor hat off. But when I go on Thursday morning to IHOP, it's not Pastor so-and-so or Bishop so-and-so or Dr. so-and-so. It's just Fred and Randy and KJ and Kevin. It's just first names. We just do what we do. And as iron sharpens iron, we sharpen each other. So it's made me a better man. And it's been 7 years and it went by so quick. Now, pastors, I know the last thing you need sitting here today is one more meeting. One more place to go. One more group to talk to. Your schedule, like my schedule, it's crazy. Alright? But what if we could put you into a table that could be life-changing? We can build lifelong friends. Not a week goes by, I don't receive an email or a call or a text from one of my 4 pastors. We talk to one another, we pray with one another, we cry with one another, we laugh and lean on one another. We need each other. That's what the table does. It makes you a better person. Makes you a better pastor. So what am I saying? I'm saying the congregation of my church benefit by getting a better pastor because my other 3 helped to sharpen me. And Paul said it best. His wife gets a better husband. Cindy gets a better husband. Ashley gets a better father. Nathaniel gets a better papa because men pour into my life. And Jesse, they don't always tell me what I want to hear. They sometimes say, "Are you out of your mind? Are you an idiot or something? Why would you say that? Why would you do that?" Like we get on to each other sometimes. "What were you thinking?" "Well, was it?" Okay? And they pour into my life. So I need my group. Peter Drucker, the leadership group guru, done a poll. He said the 4 toughest jobs in the U.S. in no particular order are U.S. president, a university president, a hospital CEO, and a pastor, which is a CEO, Chief Encouraging Officer. He said that's the 4 toughest jobs in the world being a pastor. It's tough work. But when Peter asked him, 76 pastors were asked about weekly accountability, only 3 out of 76 were in a group. Now we hear stuff like, "I have my staff to talk to." Really? What if the problem's one of your staff? Okay, then you can't talk to them, Mark. They may be the problem. Okay? We need other guys that we can bounce things off of. My trial group, we started as a trial, 7 years old, and we have become accountable. We have become friends, mentors, confidants, correction officers, instructions. We make and build on one another. Randy sits here, KJ sits here, Kevin sits here. And we all four have to be bivocational. Okay, I work for Jacuzzi. Randy's a school teacher. KJ works for DACO. Kevin works for DOT. We all have our own day job. We're all tent makers. And so we can all identify with what we're going through pastoring our churches. And it's something that, it's not one more meeting I have to get up and go do. I can't wait to get up on Thursday morning and go to IHOP on Thursday morning so I can pour into their lives. And what I do, I take a big old suitcase with me, full of my burdens, full of my issues, all those members, you know, and I unload my suitcase on that table every Thursday morning. And they wade through it with me. They cry with me and laugh with me. And when I leave, that suitcase is still full. Jerry, because I load their burdens with me, and I take them with me. We bear one another's burdens. So I want to give you a snapshot today of what it means. What can all pro pastors do for you? Now I know you're passionate, trying to keep it spiritual, so we're going to be biblically speaking here. The top 10 pastor frustrations. And we've talked to pastors. We talked to them 7 years ago, Paul. They said vocational pastors won't meet with bivocational pastors. Black pastors won't meet with white pastors. Baptists won't meet with the Pentecostals. Who we found out? Wrong, 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 and wrong. You know why? We're all men. We all have wives. We all have kids. We all have issues at home. We all say, I need help being a dad, being a husband, being a father, being a grandfather. Take that pastor hat off and say, what can you do? Here's the top 10 frustrations of a pastor I'm going to share with you. And for those that want to have it, I brought copies. I know how you pastors are, okay? So there'll be times on the table later, if you so want them. Top 10 frustrations of being a pastor. I call this one, the first one called the omnipresent expectation. We're expected to be everywhere, all the time, and always be on time. I can't believe you didn't make it. The omnipresent expectation. Expectations can run us ragged. From hospital to hospital, to nursing home, and you'll never measure up. The expectations are so high, you can't measure up, your wife can't measure up, your child can't measure up. But think about it, those people in your church who have them expectations, they don't even measure up themselves. But we as a pastor, we're trying to do those expectations, trying to make everybody happy, trying to win friends and influence people. We want everybody can't we just all just get along? I got a news flash for you. No, you can't. The people in your church, you can never make happy. That's all there is to it. Okay? And you try, but you just can't do it. Just do the best you can. You follow God. So we can't live up to the expectation. Number 2, the Joshua Chronicles. Now you can pray and make the sun stand still to have more time. Time constraints. Time management. How do I run my time? We only have 24 hours in a day. You know what I tell my people? Guess what? I have a family too. I have a marriage too. I want to take my wife out to the movies once in a while too. I have a life too. So time management, managing our time. Now we as bivocational pastors, I think we're probably a little better at it than you vocational pastors. Because we have to be. We have to be. It's Saturday night at 11 o'clock. Do you know where your sermon is? I know where mine is. Mine's done by Tuesday. Mine's done by Tuesday. I shoot my stuff off to the worship leader, he's done by Tuesday. We have to be good time managers to get it all done. Okay? It's a frustration of the pastors. Number 3, the Job conspiracy. The Job you remember those 3? Oh, friends, Bildad, Eliphaz, and Zophar. Tell us about a sin in your life. There's something going on here, Job. Dealing with criticism. Once again, you don't measure up. Dealing with criticism. They come to you after church and say, Pastor, I want to tell you this in love. Ed, the last thing they're going to do is love you right about now, okay? The last thing on their mind is loving you right now. The only thing on their mind is speaking their mind, okay? All the criticism. We can deal with it. And not take it home. I don't take it home and dump it on Cindy. It's not fair to her. I wear that pastor hat. I have the big shoulders. I'm going to shoulder that responsibility. Number 4, the Samson syndrome. Oh yes, personal temptation. You heard me on the video. Our eyes don't quit work when we get married. Our eyes still work. Job 1:1, Job 31:1, you've read it. I have made a covenant with my eye. Why should I think upon a maiden? I got a covenant, God. It's our eyes that get us in trouble, and our heart and our mind. Watch what we say and see and watch, look at it. That personal temptation. If you haven't noticed, Pastor, when you go to church, you have a big red target on your back. Because Satan wants to bring down your church. How's the best way to bring down your church? Bring down you. How's he going to bring down you? Split your marriage. He's going to bring you down. And you know what I find? I find those things which turn my head tend to turn my heart. So watch what I watch. Watch what I watch. And look where I look. That personal temptation that Samson faced and failed miserably. And so do we many times. We say, I can handle it, I can handle it. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. Next, the Elisha effect. The Elisha effect. Loneliness. There we go. No one who can find in. No one to share my heart with. I'm all alone here. I'm all by myself. I'm the Lone Ranger. No one understands me. No one gets me in ministry. You can't do ministry by yourself. We need other brothers come alongside of us who've been where you are. Not a Thursday goes by that we don't come to the table and something that I'm dealing with, Kevin already dealt with, or Randy, or KJ. Oh, let me speak into your life on this one. Oh, what did you do when this happened? Well, this is what I did, okay? You're not alone. We're on the same team. I've read the Bible many times. I've read the back of the book. We win, okay? I get it. We're on the winning team here. Don't go through it by yourself. Use other people. Speak into my life. That means sometimes you got to get on to me. Get on to me. We do stupid things. Whenever I make my wife, when I do something stupid at home, which is pretty much every day, and this is all she says. She goes, wow. That's all she does. That just blows me. It just makes me so mad. Wow. No, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you said that. Wow. Fell backward this. Wow. Okay, I can't believe you did it. All right? We need guys we can lean on. Like I said, you can't rely on your staff. The problem may be your staff. You can't meet with guys in your church's accountability group. The guys in church may be part of the problem. Sometimes they are. Other pastors who are where you are, other under shepherds who are doing what you are doing. If you are alone in ministry because you choose to be alone. We don't want accountability. Don't look in my closet. Ask Kirk Cameron in Hollywood. Man, what's it like to live under the microscope? Be scrutinized by all the Hollywood stars. He said, bring it on. I want to shine for Christ. The more they watch me, the more I walk with Christ. I like the scrutiny. I'm not alone. Amen. Next would be the Jonah travels. The Jonah travels. Our children and our family are in a fishbowl. We live in a glass house. We're open up there for everybody to see and take pot shots at. You're the pastor. You should live in the worst house, drive the worst car, and make the least amount of money. Yeah, okay, whatever. All right? We live in that fishbowl. It comes down to church members seem to hate our family sins more than they hate their own sins, right? And they judge us. So we live in that bubble, and they're watching us. I say, watch me. The Apostle Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. Bring it on, watch me. I'm going to show you how to do this thing. I'm going to show you how to do this thing. Next is the Judas principle. The Judas principle. Finances. Church budget. He was the most trusted disciple. He had the money. Finances and budget. Too much money left over at the end of our money. You've been there. Financial issues at your house or your church. They don't tithe how they used to tithe or give. And when the tithers aren't there, they don't make it up. We know it's issues. But we forget that God owns everything. Amen. The cattle on 1,000 hills. He's got it all. He's got it all. We got to give up to Christ and say, Lord, He said, if I get lifted up, I will draw all men. I will build my church. And we have responsibility there too. We have to lift Him up. So the expectation of the finances, get pastors down. Next would be the John Mark itinerary. This is one of my favorites. The John Mark itinerary. Betrayal. People going back. People letting us down. Let me give you a little piece of advice for pastor. I know what I'm going to talk about. I am one. If one of your members tells you they're going to do something for you, It's okay, as long as you don't expect it, but do it for you. Okay? There you go. If once you wrap your mind around that, you're going to be a lot happier. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to bring you this. Okay, I'll believe what I see. Okay? Now, if you do that, you say, I'm going to be there at 7 o'clock, you're going to be there at 7 o'clock. But members, they have a way of fudging around it. Okay? Betrayal. People letting you down. So I've learned not to expect a whole lot. Anything I get is icy. Thank you, Lord. But if they don't do it, you've heard it said best. If you want it done right, what? What, Mike? Do it yourself. I got to get it done. You've been down here on Saturday night with a broom or dustpan sweeping out that room. You know what I was doing Saturday? Friday. Last Friday on my lunch hour. I said a lunch hour, 60 minutes. You know what I was doing last Friday in my lunch hour? I was changing AA batteries in the clocks in the Sunday school room because they had all stopped. I'm like, did anyone see these clocks? No one sees these clocks but me. So here's the pastor putting new batteries in the clocks. Tony, I'm just glad to do it. That's how I want to be on time. Okay? Sometimes you've got to step up and do what you got to do. Do the work of the ministry. Ninthly, the Boaz bingo. I love this one. Boaz bingo. Here we go. Husband, be one. Okay, there it is. This teaches you how to be a good husband. How to be a good lover. How to be romantic to your wife. I said before, you can take her to the bedroom, you can play with her. Then you can play with her. If you can play, you can play. Spend time with her. Let me bring you down off your high horse here for a minute, pastors. If you think for 1 minute that your wife's impressed with the guy that preached on Sunday morning and brings out the word, your wife didn't marry her pastor. She married her husband. She's impressed with the guy that holds her hand in the movies on Friday night. That's who impressed her, Ed. That's the guy she loves. Right there. You be the husband. We know a Boaz, kinsman redeemer, to buy her back, to protect her. We get it. Are you still dating your wives? Dating anybody else's wife? Are you spending time with your wife, pastors? My wife said, we have to have a meeting. I said, okay. And she said, I've noticed something a few years back. And she said, it seems you've taken on a mistress. I said, you're exactly right. And I'm so sorry. And she's called the church. I was spending 70 hours down there and 15 hours at home. Something's wrong, people. We got to get it all worked out where I'm a husband first, and a father first, and a papa first. The pastor job, they can wait. My family comes first. What did Joshua say? I think I know that. As for me and my church, we will serve the Lord. That's it. That was it right there. As for me and my small group, we will serve the Lord. So he went right home. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but for me and my home, me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Hallelujah. Your wife needs her husband. I went through things in my ministry, and my wife didn't come to her pastor for counseling. She went to my pastor for counseling and talked about me. Okay? Your wife doesn't need a pastor. She needs a husband.
Wow. Good.
About 5 years ago, it was my birthday, the day of my birthday. I turned 50. And a few years ago, and my wife called me to work. She said, I got surprised. Are you sitting down? I said, I'm sitting down, honey. She said, tonight for your birthday, I've made a reservation. I'm taking you over to my brother Kissimmee, Mark Kissimmee. I'm taking you to Old Hickory, over there at the Gaylord Palms, the Old Hickory Steakhouse. The menus are leather. When I ordered coffee, they brought the coffee press to the table. I knew I was in trouble. Okay? And I'm taking you to Old Hickory for your birthday. I went, yeehaw! Men love a good steak, don't they? She has only one requirement. I said, baby, you name it. She said, I don't want to have supper with the pastor.
Wow.
I said, I get it. I don't want to talk shop. I don't want to talk church. I want to spend time with my husband.
Wow.
Boaz bingo.
Wow.
Be one. Continuing lastly, the Barnabas papers. The Barnabas papers. Encouragement. I have 2 gifts. Only 2. Okay? I tell my people, I'll have some, none have all. I have 2. The gift of exhortation, the gift of encouragement. That's all I have. That's all I got. Other than that, I'm not talented at all. I don't play, I don't sing, I don't dance. I got two. Encouragement, exhortation. The Barnabas faith, encouragement. As iron sharpens iron, we encourage one another. We give out every week. We need to receive as well. Ask me how I'm doing once in a while. Go to your church, there, Pastor Stephen. Go to your church on Sunday morning. How many times you say, you hear this, Pastor, how you doing? You don't hear that. You know what you hear? You hear an organ recital. They take on top of their head and tip to how they're doing. Oh, my pancreas is acting up right here. They don't want to hear how you're doing. They want to hear how they're doing. How you doing, Pastor? Well, thanks for asking. See, it's kind of like being a parent. You and I have we want the same thing for our kids. Here it is. All you want them to do is just obey me. Just do what I ask. Just do what I ask. That's all you want. Just obey me. As a pastor, I always want one thing. Just obey the Lord. I just want to lead and feed. That's all I want to do. I want you to follow and swallow that word once in a while. That's all I want you to do. Just follow and swallow. You know what they do? Spit and quit, spit and quit, spit and quit. They don't even want to follow. So what's a pastor do? Expectations, time management, criticism, personal temptation, loneliness, family time, dating our wives, finance, encouragement. This is what we do. This is what a table does. They pour into your life. Everyone needs a Paul, someone to mentor over them. And a Timothy, someone we can mentor. And a Barnabas, someone who will encourage us, and we can encourage them. That's what we need. So you join a champions table. What's the table like? Here it is. You'll be encouraged. You'll build lifelong friendships in the ministry. You'll gain instruction, ideas, motivation, sometimes spiritual correction, church fellowship. Our four churches, something serendipitous has come out of my group of 7 years. And I'm done. Our youth go bowling together. We have quad church baptism services. We have 3 churches get together for picnics. We do things together, these 4 groups, different denominations, different colors. We don't care. We're all Jesus people. That's what came out of it. Lifelong friends. Can't get that from your staff, Mark, or any other pastor, or from church, the guys in your church. You can't get it. You get it from other pastors who are walking the same walk you're walking. Let me pour into you. Let me pour into you. Wives, I'll give you a better husband. Oh, yeah. Amen. Father, bless us this day. Bless your word this day. We love you.